Okay, hi guys, I'm Melly. You can find me over at Melly-Mini Vertical on IG, or you can find me on YouTube at Melly H YouTuber, where this interview will be posted. I'm gonna allow my guest to introduce herself now.
Hi, I'm Kendall and I'm an actor.
Hi, Kendall. So I'm gonna go into the second question because the first question is introducing yourself. Something fun we should know about you, either personally or acting wise.
Um, I'm gonna go acting wise with this one. Something kind of fun is I can't memorize my lines sitting still. So I have to be moving. I do muscle memory, so I either have to be like wandering around my house or dancing around my house or doing jumping jacks or like throwing something in the air. Like I can't just stay with a paper because I'll drive myself absolutely insane. So I usually take my script to the gym sometimes and I look crazy. I get a lot of looks because I'm like on the treadmill talking to myself, but it works. So
I'm the same way. I cannot sit still when I'm trying to read something or do something. I absolutely have to be up bouncing around. And it's something that I think you all would be shocked about because you all see me in a different light, but I'm always moving, flowing. Next question. What is a skill you've always wanted to learn?
there's so many. I literally want to learn everything, but specifically pottery, like on the wheel. I would love to learn that. I want to make stuff. I'm a very artsy person. I love crafting, so I feel like that would be really fun.
I think that's why I love you so much. Like I found you through verticals.
Mhm.
But I think the reason that I love just meeting you was because of the art thing, because I went to an art school myself and because I'm a very like artsy, crafty type of person behind the scenes and also cosplay. Like that's the other thing too.
I love cosplay. That's so awesome.
What's a movie you could watch every day?
I'm gonna go with a show. Can I change it to show?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm obsessed with Gilmore Girls. I've watched it a million times. I don't even know how many times. I restart it every single fall or whenever I'm feeling down, I'll put it on. I love this show. It's my go-to. It's the best.
I grew up on Gilmore Girls. So
Really?
you could not miss an episode. Like you had to be there. We didn't have like on demand like we do now. So you
Uh,
had to be there to see every single episode. And I think the ones I dislike the most are the ones where she was with Max Medina. And
oh,
the
I
ones
hated
that
them.
and the ones I love the most, I think, is finally when she got with Luke. Although I
hmm
was kind of heartbroken when they broke them apart for a little bit and then they put them back together.
Oh, me too.
Hmm. But yeah, I literally love that show. There's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't quote some line.
hmm
And literally, I had to watch it every two. It was on Tuesday nights. I can remember this. Tuesday nights with a cup of coffee in my hand at like 14, 15 years old, watching Gilmore Girls.
That's so cute. I love that. That's
So when
amazing.
I tell you I relate to you a lot, I relate to you.
That's so great.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
This is actually a really funny one. So, when I was 10 years old, I went up to my parents and I didn't know what this was at the time because I was 10. But they were like talking to me about what I want to do when I grow up. And I said, Mom, I really want to be a trophy wife because I had no clue what it meant. I was like, I really want it. It just sounds like she gets a trophy and she gets to live in a big mansion. And my mom was like, okay, um, but other than that, after I found out what that was, it was always acting. So it was either trophy wife or actor.
I mean, you kind of combined the two of
Right.
them. I mean, with Vertical,
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like little Kendall would be proud.
you don't know how much you manifested that, but you manifested it in the right way.
Right?
If someone was going to make your life into a vertical, who would star in it?
I'm gonna have to go with my girl Faith Orta. If I'm gonna choose a vertical actor, I'm gonna have to go with Faith because we have so much in common. I don't know, when we played Sisters, we just like we really connected, and her birthday is 3 days after mine, and we just have a lot of similarities. Like she loves the planet, she loves crafting, she loves acting. Like I just feel like we're so similar. Like I could throw her in my life. I totally could see it.
Yeah, I definitely relate to what you're talking about. It's something with water signs that the minute we all get together, we just instantly vibe. Like we
Yeah.
all find things that we relate to. Um, I'm very big, like you guys remind me so much of myself when I was in my 20s because I'm very big in my 20s. I was very much big on talking about, things that saved the world and things that did all of this. And I sort of dial it back because of the autism and the way I struggle to communicate. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm like the same way. Like I'm always one for doing the right thing and speaking up for the little guy and really trying to be there for other people. So when I say that I relate to you guys, I really
I love that. I love it.
What was your first, although I will say this, just to go
Mm.
back to that question a little bit, I think Jada could also play a good you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
And I love the little Bopsy hair thing that you and Faith had, like in shorticle, in
Oh
the short
yeah.
over. The way you guys were together, I was like, yes, yes, I love this. What was your first performance? Now it could be your very first performance or it could be your first acting performance.
Um, oh my gosh, this was so long ago. I think I was 8. I think it was either 8 or 10. I used to do a lot of theater, so I was in a musical theater like program for a while, and we did Tarzan. So fun, and I got to play Turk. And it was my first like major role, and I was so excited. They had my hair up to like here and like gorilla gloves on. I was like wandering on the stage doing like little flips, and oh, it was I don't know, I just loved it. It was my favorite. It was great.
I love that. I always share with the other girls. Mine was Stone Soup, and I was the
Oh.
taste tester. And if you've ever heard that story where the guy is like he's a military man comes into the town and takes a stone to make soup, and then
Mhm.
he gets people to throw stuff in. Yeah, I was the taste tester after every time. And I did it for the school. Like we put on a big event for the school. And then that night, my sister, my youngest sister, cut her finger. So I could not go to the nighttime event because
No.
yeah, my mom had to take her to the hospital for it.
Oh
And
my
I,
gosh.
yes. And I think about that. And then I'm like, what if I, because I went to an art school. I went to an art college. So I was always around fashion students, film students. Like we had our own green screen room where we could film. Yeah, where we could film. And they rented out professional cameras and professional recorders and stuff to the students there. So you had it all there. And I just think about that moment. If my sister hadn't went to the hospital, what could have been?
What could have been? You blame her. You're like, look, I could be winning awards right now if you didn't cut your finger. That's awesome.
What techniques do you use to get into a role?
Hmm. For me, it really depends on the role, but I usually create a backstory. So I kind of go through the script, whether it's an audition or just offer only role. I go through the whole script, break it down. And even if there's not a lot of information about her backstory, I kind of like to create one just so I have it in my brain. Like she's from this town and her best friend is like this, and she has this dynamic with her father. And then I don't know, it brings out a little bit more. And then I like to have a certain quirk, if that makes sense to the character. I usually do like a hand gesture or a movement of how they walk that's very specific to that character. I do it in all my vertical roles as well. I have just a little thing that I do, and then I also choose a song. So I listen to a certain song right before I get into character for an audition specifically. Sometimes I do it on set if I have time, and I listen to it and it gets me kind of in the mode to do it, you know?
So could I say that the quirk for the one for you and Jada and Faith was the hair tossing
Oh
quirk?
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. We had the little hair toss and then we had the little laugh. Yep.
You guys were so good in that. I loved it. And
Thank
I rewatched it like numerous times already, and there's always the end where like Faith is sort of, without giving too much away, Faith is going off a little bit
you. Yeah.
and not believing the male lead and what he's doing. And I'm just like watching you two together, and then I'm like, that was so epic. And I love the fact that they stuck you in as sisters.
Yeah.
Like that is rare.
It is. I was surprised when they cast us as sisters. We were both like, what? It was
Yeah,
nice.
that was rare. And so it was nice to see. And then it was nice to see you all, like with all three of you, because I literally, that vertical, yes, we have the male lead, we have the typical male lead story, you know, whatnot.
Yeah.
But it really is focused on the three of you,
Hmm.
which I love about that.
Hmm.
And I love how strong that they made Faith. And then you as her little sidekick to egg her on to, like, you know. And
Yeah.
then Michael was so good in his little corner scene that he had there, being
Yeah.
the cheesy other lawyer. And then of course Jada as like this Ellie, you know, this stand strong, you know, person. I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
It's,
so good.
I told her the other day, I was like, you're so Ellen Pompeo, like Ellen, not Ellen Pompeo, Ellen from Grey's Anatomy, the one who played Dr. Meredith Grey.
Yes. Yes, completely. I could totally see that. Hmm.
I was like, you're so Ellen.
Yeah.
What do you think makes a performance most believable?
I would say most believable is when an actor really connects. I hate seeing when an actor is trying to force an emotion. You can kind of tell where they're like, if they're really angry, like they're really trying to make sure they look angry, or if they're sad, they have to make sure. And it's kind of vertical specific. Sometimes in verticals, they want you to do that. But for other types of film, I just feel like it's so way more authentic if you're trying to hold back tears, because if you were in an emotional situation in real life and there's a bunch of people there, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to cry in front of these people. Or if you're really connecting with your co-star, it's another thing that I love seeing people when you see that their souls are actually like they're feeling each other's energy more than they're trying to force like we're in love and we want to show the audience that we're in love, you know? It just feels more real.
Yeah, the one that comes to mind with you is I might have the male actor wrong, but I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure it's Ben Armstrong,
Might be for Oops, I Love You.
the
Yes.
attorney one.
Yes, yeah, yeah, we had so much fun on that. Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys were so good in that.
Thank you.
I love the way you guys were with the chemistry and the
Mhm.
way you guys just like, because he had to pretend that he didn't, like, he was the masked man, so he kind of had to pretend, you know, that he didn't know all of this stuff anyways because he was on the side hearing it.
Yeah.
And so that was a really really good one. That, I think that was one of, by far, one of my favorite first ones. Like I saw a couple of yours, and then that was like one that just hit the mark for me, that I really still love.
I had a lot of fun with that one. It was a blast.
What do you believe is the most challenging aspect of being an actor?
Yeah. Honestly, not knowing anything. Like you don't know what tomorrow's gonna look like. You don't know what next week is gonna look like. You never know. It's kind of like you do a tape and you put your whole heart and soul into this audition and then you send it out into the abyss and it's like I might be able to pay my bills this month. Like who knows? Like I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't really plan my weeks because tomorrow I could get a call saying, "Hey, can you come be a lead in a vertical the day after tomorrow?" And it's like, "Yeah, okay." Like pack up my stuff and go. It's exciting and I love it, but at the same time, it's so hard to like wait because you can feel a little bit down on yourself when you don't have projects coming up and you're like, oh, great, I'm not working. What am I doing wrong? I'm a bad actor. Other people on Instagram are working. Like, it's hard to get over that mindset and realize that what's meant for you will find you in its own way. So that's probably the hardest thing.
Yeah, I can totally understand. Because when I do part-time jobs, I'm like, oh yeah, I can't do this. Like it's too short. I
Mhm.
have to be doing like that. And it sounds weird because people are like, but 40 yeah, 40 hours is tiring, but I have to have that everyday consistency job
Mhm.
type of situation for me.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing too is that with you guys, I totally see what you go through. Like I hear so many who are like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna book next week or if I'm gonna do this, but and then I'm like the one, my thing is like, okay, let me go, let me post a video, let me do something. Just
Yeah.
talk about them. So they get like another vertical like this week.
Oh, we appreciate
Um,
that so much. We do.
because I genuinely like really love this community and the people being around
Yeah.
and just having fun with you guys. Like watching you guys go do your thing, like Jada, for example, Coachella,
Yeah.
or Faith with her whatever she's doing at this point in time. Like it's always fun to like watch you guys. And then when I get my favorites, like you, Faith, and Jada, and I am like, okay, now I got somebody to talk about. Let me go post this. Let me go do this. Let me go. Like you guys, I don't think you guys know how much, and I don't want to freak you out, but I don't think you guys know how much I'm over here. Like, okay, what can I do? What can I post? What can I talk about? So,
That's so sweet. I love it.
uh, what makes a good scene partner?
Ooh, a good scene partner. I would say I really like working with male leads that are vulnerable. I like it when they don't have full walls up, like they're ready to play. A good example is Cayman. He was so wonderful to work with. All my co-stars have been amazing, but with him specifically, it was nice. He was vulnerable with me in a way where he opened up about his life and we could connect and become friends and we could goof off on set and like be silly, but also we genuinely love and cared for each other in real life where we could connect so it doesn't feel forced and we still like respected each other's boundaries and he also stood up for me, which I think is so, so important as a male lead. Just because verticals can be crazy. They have a lot of intense scenes where like the female lead is getting beat up or like there's a big sexual intimacy scene and knowing that your male co-star has your back if you want to be like, "Hey director, I'm not really comfortable with it." And knowing that like Cayman was there to be like, "Yeah, I agree. Let's switch this up." Just so we have two voices and we're kind of a team in a way. I think that's the most important thing for me.
Yeah, Cayman is one of those that I will wholeheartedly. When I first began in this community, he really posted my reviews, supported me, and uplifted me. He's one of those people I still wholeheartedly admire and respect a lot.
Yeah.
Um, and he's just an overall really good guy,
Yeah.
like in general. So that 100%, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Um, sorry, I get a little lost here.
That's okay.
What what is a funny or memorable moment from a time on any vertical set?
Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna say mud. So we have a lot of mud in Vancouver in the wintertime. And this was 2 years ago, almost, it might have been 2.5 years ago, maybe. But when I did my very first vertical, this was the one, oh, what is it called? It was with Fraser. It was a long time ago. But oh, The Deal with Love, that's what it is. We had to do this scene where I was kidnapped, and it was in this abandoned shack out in the middle of nowhere, and it was mud everywhere. And we got to set, and the crew truck drove in, and I got stuck in the mud. And we couldn't access any of the camera equipment or the lighting, and the wheels were spinning on the car. And oh my gosh, I have a video on my phone somewhere of them shoving their hoodies underneath the tires, and the whole cast and crew is like pushing this car out of the mud. And I'm standing there, it's raining, it's like 6 p.m., it's dark because it's winter in Canada, and we're like freezing because there's no green room or anything. And the makeup artist is in big rubber boots. The mud is almost up to her knees, and she's like trying to do touch ups. I'm like, what are we doing? It was pure chaos. And my co-star, he was wearing his favorite white like Air Forces, and he didn't want to get them dirty, so he tied garbage bags around his feet. Like it was just hilarious. And the whole cast was just having a field day, just like laughing and like, what are this is our job? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, it was awesome.
So I'm from Wisconsin. So there was like one winter where I was working the mall. And around Christmas time, our malls stay open till like 11, 12 a.m. So I'm like leaving, last bus, everything. My shoe decides to fall apart as I'm running through the mall to get on the bus. And it's my boot.
Oh my God.
And it's freezing cold,
Oh,
middle winter. Like, you know how, from being in Canada, how cold our
yeah.
winters can get. And I'm sitting here, grabbed a random bag, plastic bag from the garbage can, tied it around my shoe, and that held me until I got.
I can only imagine you sitting on the bus and people are like, is she okay? Oh God, that sucks.
Mom, I had to take 2 buses, and I'm calling my mom as I'm going home. I'm like, Mom, make sure Dad brings another pair of shoes when I get to the stop. Why? Because the shoe broke, and I'm wearing her shoes. So
Oh no.
I'm hearing it on top of it. You broke my shoes? Yeah, Mom, I'm sorry, but like they like, what am I gonna? And she's like, she was so
Oh my gosh.
so not happy, and I was just like, oh my God. What's it like for you as an actor to have a vertical that's very popular right now? And then you're going into you're about like you're on set or headed to set for another vertical.
Hmm. Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's hard. I feel like usually when my verticals come out, I tend to never focus on if they blow up or not. Like if they get popular, I sometimes don't even notice it until I get messages like, "Oh my gosh, we loved your vertical." And honestly, I kind of go set to set just having fun with it, not usually thinking about, "Oh, that one blew up or is this one going to blow up?" And I just try to have fun and like hope that people like them and enjoy them. But I am very grateful for when it does get really popular because that means people liked it and then our acting is noticed, which is a huge accomplishment. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I don't even recognize it.
What has been your favorite vertical role so far?
I wish I could talk to you about it, but I signed an NDA. It's gonna be really good. I'm just gonna say that. I don't know when it's coming out. It's not with the typical streaming platform, but I'm very excited for it because the whole cast and crew was just like a dream come true. And it's with a bunch of people that the Vertical Land has not met before. It's a character that I absolutely love and like, oh, I'm just so excited for you guys to meet her. But I sadly can't even tell you anything about it because I'm on such a strict NDA, no talking, no social media basis right now. But
Can I take a guess
maybe
and ask if it's a certain vertical app that just came out?
no, it's not. The app isn't even launched yet.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to guess if it was Shira TV.
Oh, I wish. I know. I'm so excited. I already pre-subscribed to them because I saw two of their new shows and oh my gosh, it's gonna be good. I know they're gonna just launch and skyrocket. So I'm really, really excited to see them. But hopefully I
I'm
get to work with them.
Yeah, I am so excited because it's Candace and Kylie. I'm just like ooh, over the moon, like excited. Like there's so many other people behind it, but those two, I just know with their work that it's gonna be good,
So
and it's
good. They're
gonna
a
be
dream team.
fun.
Yeah.
Yes. What is usually kept in your vertical set bag?
Ooh. I basically pack for the apocalypse. I'm not gonna lie. I basically pack for anything. I always have like a little mini fan, and then I have rechargeable hand warmers, which if any actor who lives in Canada or comes to Canada, you need hand warmers because it is so cold when you are shooting in the winter. All of us are like shaking, and we have hand warmers strapped to our shoulders and our backs, and I always have those. And then in the summer, we're dying of heat, so I have my mini fan. Um, I always bring a portable charger because some places we can't use the outlets because they're like old antique mansions. So I bring a portable charger. I bring a lot of food because I'm a snacker. I love to snack, and I never know what the crafty is gonna look like. Sometimes the crafty is the best, and it's my dream. And sometimes I'm like, ooh, I can't eat any of that. So I always pack my snacks. And then I pack my cow slippers. I have a pair of cow slippers. I don't know if they're near me. No, they're not. But I want you to
I've
look for them
I've
in
seen
my
them.
verticals. Yeah, I have a pair and I bring them to set every single day. They're like my set slippers and I'm trying to sneak them in all of my verticals. So in all of my verticals I've done, they're in there somewhere. I've snuck them in the background or my character's wearing them and they got in the shot. The one director I work with, his name is Dom. He lets me hide them in the takes just so I can have my little cow hiding in there.
Is that the one that you guys just did the shorticle with?
Yes, yeah, they're in there somewhere in that show. I don't know where they are at. And also a show that I'm waiting to come out and hopefully they launch it. It's called Husband Something, but it hasn't released yet, and we filmed it last summer. And we're waiting and waiting for it to get released. But my character wears those shoes, my cow slippers, like multiple times. And it's so fun. And I'm so excited for it to come out. It's with the co-star is Chad. I don't know if you know Chad, but we did a vertical together a long time ago as well. So we're hoping they launch it soon because it's been forever. So we'll see.
Okay. So we are at 7:30. I can continue with the other questions I have if you're okay with that.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. What do you prefer? What do you prefer type of scene? I need to rewrite this. What type of scene do you prefer? Um, Bathroom scene, pool scene, or fight scene?
Ooh, fight scene. I love a fight scene. I love to do any form of combat that I'm allowed to do. Great. Or arguing, like when it gets really heated. I love that.
What's one thing as the audience we would be surprised by vertical sets?
Oh, well, that's a hard one. What would we be surprised about? I mean, I would probably say how chaotic they are because there's so much dialogue and it's like 100-page script and we're doing it in 5 days. So it is pure chaos. Like we're going, one take, okay, next, and you're like running to get changed, like, hey, get her a makeup, get her this. They're like throwing you a sandwich, and it's like go, go, go. It's like a marathon. If I could describe it, it's like a rushed marathon.
Have you ever had those moments where, because I've asked other actresses this because I've seen one post on TikTok. Have you ever had those moments where you had to literally like put a jacket on and change in front of everybody around you?
Oh yeah, I've had a moment where it was like we're filming outside and we don't have like an area to film, or not area to film, an area to change, and then an intimacy coordinator, who I love my intimacy coordinators, but they come over with a blanket and I'm like quick changing under this blanket. I'm like, okay, go, I'm ready. Let's get this take before we have to do overtime, because they don't want to pay overtime. So we have to like hit that deadline, and going to the change room or the bathroom is just like wasting time. So I've definitely been there.
Yeah, I told somebody, I was like, y'all need those pop-up tents that you find on Amazon where you can just pop them up, step in, change, and be done.
Yes, yes. Hmm.
Who do you look up to as an actor, director, or it can be anybody in the industry. It doesn't need to be vertical alone, but who do you look up to?
Actor wise, I love Angelina Jolie. I love her. And Meryl Streep. I think those two are my absolute favorites because in my eyes they're kind of like shapeshifters. They can do so many roles, and I mean Meryl is just, oh my gosh, I have always been obsessed with her. So I think actor wise those two would be my favorite.
Have you seen her daughter on that TV show? Oh my God, now it's left my brain. But that
Yes.
Victorian TV show that they have out.
Yeah. Yeah. She's incredible.
Mhm.
She's incredible.
I love her work on there, and I make fun of that show often because they said Postigo, and it's we say Pestigo, Pestigo, not Postigo.
That's so funny.
What do you do when you're not working on a vertical?
Oh, I do a lot of auditions, which I'm very grateful for. So I do a ton of auditions for my next projects. And then other than that, I try to do my hobbies. I love hiking. I go on a lot of hikes, a lot of nature walks, crafting, and then spending time with friends because it's hard when you're on set all the time. You can't really see people outside of that world. So I like to connect to people that I used to go to film school with, or my friends that don't live here and I can FaceTime them. That's really important to me. I FaceTime my best friend today from Mexico, and we FaceTimed for 3 hours, which was so like nice to connect with her again. So yeah, I like to do stuff like that.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is like the best thing. I love nature in the summertime.
Yes. Yeah, not in the wintertime. I am hibernating in the winter. Yeah.
Who's the funniest person you worked with on set?
Ooh. Hmm. Oh my gosh, I work with so many funny people. Oh my gosh. I mean, Cayman was hilarious, I will say. Um, oh my goodness, there's so many good ones. I worked with Casey before, Casey from LA. She was really funny. We connected a lot. I love her sarcasm. She'd be on set and something would happen and she'd give me like a little side eye look and I would just die. It was so funny. So probably say like those two are really, really funny people.
What is it? I was gonna say Faith because Karen, who played Jada's mom,
Yeah.
she came to me. She's like, I was just curious what type of vertical did they end up going up with because those girls when they were on set were just cackling and laughing.
Oh yeah, we had to be told a couple times to quiet down. We were laughing our heads off. Like Dom would say action and we sometimes wouldn't hear him because we were laughing and they'd be like, "Hey, Kendall, Faith, Kendall, guys." And we're like, "Oh, right, we're rolling." My bad. So we had a field day together. It was, and even Chase, which is really funny. He plays the male lead in it. He seems so serious, but when he lets out his funny side, funniest person because he has this like dry humor. It's hilarious. It was such a fun set.
I was what was it? I was laughing at the TikTok you all did with the guy where you were like, "Shut up, mom," like that one.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I just know that is facts. That is literal facts.
Oh, he had to tell us to be quiet so many times.
Just like I'm like, you have two Pisces and a Cancer in the room. I just know that that is the funniest room to be in at this point.
Oh yeah.
Ah, if you had a magic wand, what type of vertical would you want to do?
A fairy vertical. I've been trying to get a fairy vertical going. I want to be like, I want a full fairy fantasy. I want the wings, the sparkly makeup, the glitter, the ears. All of us have different powers. Like, I want to do it in the woods or near the sea. I just think that would be so fun. I think that'd be amazing.
Have you seen the Faye one that Drama Box did with
No, I
the
haven't.
different actors?
Oh, I haven't.
It's so good, girl. It
Yeah.
is so good. Faux
Mhm.
costumes, like the costumes are so fairy Faye like.
That's
The
amazing.
ears, like they had the ears, the actual ears. The
Oh,
only thing was like one guy's wig. That was it. Everything else was good.
oh, I'm gonna have to watch that.
And I'm like, why can't we have that in the US? Because like it was really like they did detail. Like it was so good.
Oh, that sounds so fun.
You would swear, and you would probably love it too, because you would swear you're watching like Fourth Wing or something like that.
Oh, I love that. That's so awesome.
Is there a piece of your acting that you wish more people knew about? So, is there a certain scene, a certain character, something like that that you wish more people were like, "Oh, go watch this one."
Oh, I don't know. I feel like none of them are out. Nothing's out that I would say, but something that I really want to do more of. I want to play more badass characters. I really do. I love playing the little innocent girl. I love playing the romantic lead. The villains can be fun, but I love to play a big badass. Like someone that is just like she's a biker chick, she's a prisoner, she's been through some shit. I love playing those really hard characters because I feel like it's something to dig my teeth into. So I would love to do that more.
Yeah, Faith has a really good one that she did for Shortico as well with
Mhm.
Tyler Shear. And Tyler goes undercover in this prison to like find out this information. And I'm like, why can't we switch that around? Why can't we give that
Exactly.
to the females?
I want the male roles. I see their breakdowns. I'm like, they're way more fun. I want to do stuff like that. I feel like we got to bring more women into those powerful, intense parts because, like, the female energy, we could totally do it.
Mhm.
100%. Yeah.
And I don't think that they give like not enough. Like there's one bad like bad baddie female role that I always think of that they hand everybody and they put her in like these leather pants and like she's this former Navy SEAL running off to save her kid. But
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, women could do so much more. We could
So much.
have those storylines where we go undercover to find out some information, and we could do it in such a independent baddie female way that doesn't like knock us down.
Totally. Yes. And I wouldn't have to cry all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's something that I really hope with Candace and Kylie, they are really looking at the like listening to the fans and they're like, okay, we see what you want.
Yeah.
We're putting different stuff out there. And
Mhm.
that is something that I really hope that they give us, because I just think it's like it's so the typical female roles are just like you're at this point where you're just like, yeah, I've seen that before. Okay, cool.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like we're playing, even when I get auditions, sometimes I'm still very grateful for those parts, but sometimes when I get the auditions, I'm like, oh, I've done this. I've done 20 other verticals like this. This is the same, and sometimes it's the same name. I've been Lily so many times. Lily and Charlotte. I've been them a couple times. And I love them, but I'm like, oh, I want to do something to shake it up a bit, Something different.
That's why I really love the way that Dom shot the shorter covert vertical, because it could have been the same. Like it could have been the same as before, but he really chose, like, even though the male has his story arc there, he really chose to sweep around that and just like focus on you three.
Yeah,
And I was like, that was so good.
I love it.
And Faith, I love. I always tell her this, like, that's one of the verticals where you truly see Faith with her spicy side.
Oh, I
And I'm
love
like,
her spicy side. Yeah.
I'm like, perfect villain.
Hmm.
Perfect.
I love it.
I love her in that. Without giving anything away, what's your favorite line of dialogue you've ever delivered?
Oh, ooh. There's been so many iconic lines, or just like funny lines. Oh, I'm trying to think of Wild West because we have so many lines that are just so funny. I think my favorite one from Wild West from Lily, I I always say this to everyone that watches the show, is take a shot every time she says Mr. Joe. Because the whole show, every time I spoke, I was like, Mr. Joe, Mr. Joe. And me and Shay were just laughing so hard because it reminded us of the cartoon, I forget, from Madagascar, when the little guy is like, King Julian, King Julian. And we always made those jokes. So every time I said it, there's always, they didn't use any of the takes, but there's definitely takes where I'm like, Mr. Joe, Mr. Joe. So I think that wasn't my favorite.
I love that vertical. I forgot
too.
about that vertical, but it was so. The only part I had an issue with
Hmm.
was the bedroom part,
Yes,
where
yeah.
all of them go into the room with him.
Hmm.
Other than that, like you could have made a whole story, sister wives storyline, like
Oh,
concept there. Okay, but other than that, that vertical was so different to me and
yeah, this is
so
frustrating.
funny because I love the scene where Shay has the metal detector and he pulls it out and he's like, stand back. And then he finds all the gold and then everybody's just like all impressed.
Yep.
Or when you guys all get the modern day food. So he wins
Yeah.
food, but it's not Western like old school food. It's like
No.
noodles and hot chips. And I'm just like,
When we shot that part of the scene, it was so funny because we did the take of me eating the noodles probably like 6 times because I wasn't picking up enough noodles. So I ate like 2 cups of them and I was so sick of the noodles and I was like, I can't do one more dick of the noodles. They were like fanning me and oh, it was so funny.
girl, I ate romaine noodles because I get one sort of food. You know, this I attribute this to my autism. I get one sort of food that I'm like, that's my comfort food. That's the food I feel comfortable eating. I did that so much as a child with ramen noodles, the cheap ramen noodles,
Yeah.
that now anytime somebody has them, I'm like, whoa, I gotta go. I can't be around them.
That's so funny.
Which vertical actor or actress has given you the best advice on set or taught you something new?
Oh, honestly, like I would have to go with Faith. I know I say her name so much, but like I I think we had like such a powerful conversation on set one day about standing up for yourself and setting boundaries and making sure that you aren't doing things because you feel like you have to. And I don't know, that was such an eye opener for me because I've always been such an advocate of being like, hey, I'm going to stand up for myself and do what I need to do. But I felt a little bit bad. Like, oh, like I should have just done that because the director wanted me to, or I should have just done that because it was in the script. But Faith kind of sat me down and talked to me, and she was like, at the end of the day, like, you want to be proud of the work that you put out. And we're doing this because we love it. And if we throw away our boundaries just because we want to people please and because we want to look nice and we don't want to be like quote unquote divas, then we're not staying true to ourselves. And I don't know, we had such a good conversation about it. So I think that was some of the best advice I've gotten on set.
That is I so relate to that. That is such a core Pisces thing. I think
Hmm.
as Pisces we do that a lot. And we
Yes.
do it even more so when we are like as we're growing, we're like that person where it's like, oh, we just want to help. We want to do everything for everyone and be like this people pleaser. And then we get to a certain point and we're like, okay, yeah, no, I have to step back. I have to take care of myself.
Yeah.
So just hearing that you had that conversation with Faith does not surprise me, but I also really love it because that is such a core, like that's a water sign thing.
Totally. Yeah.
As to where I feel like because I know Jada's a Cancer, I feel like Cancers are more tough exterior.
Mhm.
So they're more willing to be like, no, not doing that.
Yeah.
And just so everybody knows, I love all three of these girls, heart and soul. They are some of my favorite people. Um, if you can ask me any question, what would it be?
Oh, if you were to star in a vertical, what would the storyline be? What would you want it to be?
It's funny. I'm actually trying to write a vertical right now.
Really? Oh, that's awesome.
Mhm. It would be um a past present type of version
Oh,
where I met my person in the past and the villain tried to break us up in the past and kind of succeeded because we both lost our lives. And then we get reincarnated into the future and the villain is still the same villain and is still trying to do the same thing and break us up.
oh, I love that. That's awesome.
So yeah, that would definitely be that's the one I want to write.
Nice.
And that is yeah, that would probably be the one I would want to be in.
That's such a cool.
Um yeah, that is really good. And then the I think maybe too also I might want to be in a fun one like you did with Shay with the whole
Yeah.
Wild West type of, thing. What's on the top of your bucket list?
Oh my God, I have such a big bucket list. Um, I really want to do a hiking trip, a hiking camping trip. So I want to do one where I hike up a mountain and I tent out there and then for one night and then I move my camp every single night all the way to the top of a mountain where I make it to like the lookout point or the lake. Like I want to do a week long camp hike trip. Just being in nature, seeing sights, exploring, and there's so much to see in BC. So I want to do it like here because I know there's so many beautiful things that I haven't even been able to go and experience and look at. But I feel like yeah, that's at my pretty much my top of my list. One of the things. Yeah.
Yeah, one of mine would be to travel to a country that my family's from.
Oh no.
So I have Croatia, I have Poland, I have Germany. I actually have Quebec, Canada,
Oh
because
nice.
we have some French blood in us. So yeah, those would be like some of my bucket list things.
Oh, that's so cool.
What's your favorite kind of weather?
Hot, hot, sunny, so hot that I will burn my skin and fry. I love the heat. I want like not a cloud in the sky, which is so funny because I live in Vancouver and I hate the clouds and I hate the rain, but I just want sun, 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 sun. That's what I want. And fall. I do actually like fall as long as there's no clouds. It can be like the orange leaves and the beautiful sunset and the sun just has to be there, you know?
I love fall. I love it right before it's about to like those fall days are coming and it's slowly getting colder, but it's not below 60. Like,
Yes. Yeah. It's like the cozy, nice fall. Yeah.
yeah, the ones where you can just walk out with a flannel on or a windbreaker and you're like, oh, it's fall
Mhm.
now.
I love it.
What type of books do you like to read?
Only rom-coms. I literally will not read. No, I've never picked up a book that's not a rom-com. I do read acting books. I get bored of them though. I love the information, but I need a rom-com. I'm not gonna lie. My books are very vertical coded, which is really funny because I didn't realize it until I was in Hawaii. I was sitting on the beach reading my series that I love called Twisted Love, which the Twisted Love series, I love them. And I was reading it and I'm like, this is like this could be a vertical. 100% it could be a vertical.
Girl, I relate so stinking hard.
Yeah.
I tried YA for a while because I was reviewing books. And
Mhm.
then I went back to my romance. I'm like, give me my good romance. And then I hear people who are like describing certain books and they're like, oh, this book is filled with smut. And I'm like, no, No, it's not.
No, it's romance.
And two, it's like I have read some really out there romance novels, and I'm like you just don't like it's not smut. Trust me, you don't know as you go through the layers of romance, you'll be like so, you know.
Yeah.
If I had to describe Verticals, they are very the old school Harley Quinn silhouette romance novels that you used to buy from the local drugstore. Those little red paperback small ones, those are Vertical code. And so our final question, which I'm so happy we got through this whole thing.
Yeah, I love it.
Describe your perfect day.
Oh, my perfect day. I'm gonna do like a perfect day offset. I would say my perfect day is after a full night rest with like no waking up in the middle of the night, which is rare. I wake up, it's sunny outside, the birds are chirping, like, okay, it's beautiful. And I decide I'm going to the beach. So I pack a picnic and I drive out to like Kitsilano Beach. I have my picnic, I have my little romance novel I'm reading, everything's good. I get perfect tan, no burn, no peeling. And then I get some ice cream because it's my favorite food in the world. I get some ice cream on my way home, come home, an audition comes in my inbox and I'm like, yes, my dream audition. Get to work on that a bit in the evening, watch Gilmore Girls, maybe make some Lego, and then go to sleep. That is like my perfect day.
And with that, I love that perfect day.